Well, all right, everybody. Uneventful night. Didn't sleep real well. Just, I don't know why. It was a little. It's like 10 degrees warmer in town at night, so I didn't get as cool, and had to turn on and off the diesel heater. I turned it on for a while, and then let it go off, and it took a long time to cool down. Because I normally run it up to 70 couple. And, when it's 20 something outside, it'll drop, a little bit pretty quick. But I ran it up to 71, and like 2 hours later, it was like 67. And then I opened the roof hatch and cooled down the van a little bit. Then I was able to turn the diesel heater on with the roof fan on. And then I ran it like that until morning. But it was still too warm in here for me. But, all right, today we'll go to the doctor during work. We got to get some stuff, fill the diesel heater up. Pellets for the wood stove. And some food, probably. Well, we'll probably wait for food, because if we can't go to Dead Cow, we're not going to get food to cook. Well, I don't know. We're going to play it by ear, just like we always do. Oh, excuse me. I need a drink of my iced tea. But diesel heater's shutting down. Car's warming up. Just a very tad bit of fog in the front windows. Very little. But kick that fan on real quick. All I got to do is brush my teeth, and we're getting out of here. Nice thing is, I got up later than I would, because I'm cutting my time by 15 minutes. So that's a good thing. And actually, probably more than that. But all right, we are going to try to get out of town tonight, like I said. So, and a nice little drive. Maybe we can get these batteries up to where they should be. I know I said I was going to buy that SOK. I just have some other expenses that I have to take care of right now. I have a my boiler license needs to be renewed. That's a couple $100. So, all right. Well, let's get finished getting ready, and we're going to get the head out of here. I'm going to try to get tongue-tied like a mugger today. Going to try to get the diesel heater filled this morning. We should have time. That way we don't have to stop after work. We're going to have to do a little shopping. Of course, the store's on the way, but that one doesn't have pellets. That one doesn't have pellets. That one's out of the way. They're all out of the way, really. But, all right, anyways, get out of here. All right, we're getting out of here. I'm disappointed. I didn't notice it last night. But in front of that other vehicle that was dwelling, a guy's got a trailer parked and blocked. That sucks. Good thing is we're getting out of here before the people come to work. But yeah, the guy's got a 25-foot trailer unhooked and blocked from his truck. And I recognized the vehicle from the trailer from parking or camping. So he's going to set up camp there. That's not good. That gets places shut down. Pull in later in the evening, sleep, and get the heck out of Dodge in the morning before anybody gets up and people start coming to work. All right, I'm getting to a main road, so see you on the flip side. Well, all right, everybody. We did not go to Dead Cow. I completely forgot about this place. I was headed to Dead Cow, and I was like, snap, why not go where there are multiple sites? Last time we went to Dead Cow, somebody had blocked off the one road into the site or out. You can still get out through a little makeshift road going that way. But if somebody's blocked off both ends, there are a couple other little spots there, but they're not very good. And I was not maybe a third of the way there. And I passed an exit that reminded me of this place. I can't remember what we called this. But I was like, oh, I forgot about that place. I should go there. And I'm thinking, well, there's nowhere to turn around and backtrack. And then I threw in on the GPS, and there was a side road. There was one little exit coming up that took you through the middle of nowhere, but back to a main road to get to this spot. And it was probably ended up to be about the same distance. I was probably about the same distance away from Dead Cow, maybe a little closer. But I did get a little more energy in the batteries. Two of them say 100, one says 84. But we're at 13.6%, or 13.6 volts. I'm betting the 84 one is the one that's right. Or, I don't know. But we got some good charge today because we were at like 60% on the one and 90 on the others. And they were at 100 long before I started driving today. But we got like 25 amp hours on the one battery. So if you across the board, 75 amp hours, that's, 25% of my battery bank. So no matter what, we got some good battery. I did get some supplies. I got some pellets, not the ones I wanted, but hopefully they'll do. I turned the window covering around. It actually fits better this way, with the reflected side in. I forgot to do that last night when I was camping in the city, because with the gold out, lights hit, boom. With the blackout and the window covers, you can walk right up at night and not tell that there are window coverings or anything else in the van. So I got to remember now, keep the reflective in. But we are not going anywhere tomorrow. Like I said, I got some supplies, got some food, got snacks. Diesel heater's full, plus we're going to use the Rotopacks. I got everything I need for a couple days to be out here. I got like four plus gallons of water. So we don't have to go anywhere for a couple days. At least, I don't know. This isn't the best place to work on the van at all because it's a little muddier. But maybe it'll dry up tonight. I doubt it. But I want to take that panel off the slider. That's getting a little sticky again. I got to adjust that cable just a hair tomorrow. I want to blow the heck out of the refrigerator. And I want to clean the back of the van out. I don't know if we'll get to the back of the van because I have to take everything out to do that. But if I can pull the fridge out and just blow the heck out of it, it seems to be running more than I think it should. Especially for a packed fridge and freezer. So, I don't know what we'll get into, but I want to get some camp clothes on, get a little fire going, and enjoy the evening. It's late, but it's about as late as we got to park up yesterday. But today, we don't have to get up early in the morning at all. So let me get changed. I'll get the fire going. I got to do a couple little things, and then we'll talk to you from outside. Well, good evening, everybody. So happy to be here. It's cold, though. It's going to be very cold tonight. I'm guessing 20, if not below. Again, the one temperature sensor is under the van, which is still warm from the exhaust. And the other one is sitting above the engine compartment. So I don't know what the temp is right now. But I changed the camera angle so you guys wouldn't complain you couldn't see me. Really? You want to see me that much? But anyways, I had an epiphany tonight. I did not insulate my floor. I didn't want to lose any height that I could have. So I have 3/4 inch of wood and then the laminate flooring. And then up above, I have like 1/4 inch. So maybe I have a full inch of loss, but no insulation in the floor. The floor is very cold. The batteries sit directly on the floor. I look at the battery temps, they're always warm. So what I'm thinking is the power draw is that the heaters in the batteries are continuously running. Even if I have the diesel heater going, the air temp in the garage where the batteries are is 60, 70, whatever, you know. But they're sitting on the cold floor, and that's radiating into the battery. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow, oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. If there's a hardware shop anywhere close, I'm going to go get some insulation and place that under the batteries. You know, I didn't really think about it because even the thin carpeting I have in my living area, when I get out of bed, it's fine. The floor doesn't feel cold. But if you step on the laminate, oh, it's cold. So, I mean, I could just put a little bit of carpeting under there, but I think I'll try to find a mom and pop or something. There's nothing big around here, but maybe there's a hardware store, you know, True Value, Ace Hardware, whatever, and get some rigid insulation. And then I'll lift the batteries up, put that underneath, and see if that helps. I didn't think about that. You know, I was just trying to keep as much space in the van as I could. But now, you know, and the funny thing was, after I thought about that, I was sitting out here doing some work, and I clicked over to a video to look at something, and that person was talking how cold their floors were, that it was just cold on their feet. And I was like, I just thought of that like 15 minutes ago, that's why the batteries maybe draining badly because they're just cold. So in the morning, I'm going to look around and, oh, I'll look on Google later and see if there's some kind of hardware store that has some kind of rigid insulation that I could put underneath the batteries. I didn't think about it. You know, another mistake I made in the van was compacting the insulation in the walls. Therefore, the insulation value isn't what it should be. You know, I made a mistake. I'll admit it. But I was trying to get the van done, and I was trying to do it quick, and it took like 400 hours. And that was just to get it to what it was then. But that was a big mistake I made. I should have cut the insulation in half. That would have made it much better. But I mean, with the diesel heater, you burn yourself out of there no matter what. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I gotta raise those batteries up and put some insulation underneath them and see if that helps. So I think that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. I did walk around my favorite campsite, which would be a summer campsite, not winter, because I want solar. There is somebody at, but That's fine. This one's great. I'll get some good solar for most of the day. Of course, I know what time we'll head out. Like I said, I'm not getting up at the crack of dawn tomorrow, but we're going to do that tomorrow. We're going to get some kind of insulation, put those under the batteries, try to mess with the door. And if we get to the batteries, we got to take everything else out anyways. So I think we're going to have a productive day tomorrow. You never know. It was supposed to be sunny and nice the next 2 days. Now they're saying rain. But weatherman sits in his van with no windows. You know what I mean? But it was a beautiful, clear night with a full moon, but now the clouds have come in. That's what the last photo was. But it's going to be cold tonight. So I'm going to go ahead, hang out for a little while longer, go to sleep, and we're going to get stuff going in the morning at some point. I did buy some new milk. I haven't been eating cereal for breakfast. My milk, oh gosh, thank gosh it didn't burst. But I have cereal, I have new milk, lots of other stuff. And if we go to town tomorrow, which we are going to do, we probably will get something to make kind of cool for dinner either tomorrow or the next day. Depends how much time we take and things, how things go. But glad to be out here for a couple days rather than be in town, and definitely better than dead cow. So, as always, thank you for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate it, and it helps the channel. And you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. We'll see you tomorrow on Jellybean Outdoors, and we're going to get some stuff done. We'll see you then.